In the last video, we covered lists. Now we look at the 4 things that fill a record's activity timeline: notes, emails, tasks, and calls. Every record you open has the same timeline running down the main panel. These 4 are what you put into it by hand or through sync. Learn them once and you will know how work shows up on every record in the workspace. A note is a piece of writing tied to your record. Use it for meeting recaps, a quick context dump, a research summary you want the next teammate to read. You can add a note in both ways. First of all, from the main screen, you can go to the notes and click New Note. You can choose the record. It could be either a company or person or a deal or any custom object. And let's say we want to create a note for Google. Now, you can add your title of the note, title, and some text. Note support Markdown format, rich text, list, links, and you can use it to mention your colleague or associate with another record as well, or mention the record inside the note. The note sits in the activity timeline. Let's say open Google and click on Google. We can see it here. Note was created and you can see it in the activity timeline. If you go to the Notes tab, you can see this note. Another way to create a note is to go to the top notes and click on Create a Note. This is another note. So, notes are for syncing. They don't have a due date or an owner. They are long-form memory of the record. Email comes in 2 ways, sync and manual. If you connected email back in episode 2, every email between you and the contact already lives on their record. Open the person you've been emailing, let's say this one, and the thread is there, nothing to copy in. You can also send from inside Attio. Click Compose Email on the record. You can write your subject, write your email, and you can click on Send Email. You can put all your variables from the Attio that you want. You can include your email signature. You can create an email template if you want to use Attio as email for email communication. Another way to write your email is to go to the Email tab and you can click Compose Email from there. But here, you need to choose who your recipient is. The default sync creates a record for every new address you email. If your team has a tight list of contacts and you don't want auto creation, you can turn that off. Open this workspace settings and go to Email and Calendar. Here, you can choose the method of record creation from your email sync. So, by default, it sets up selective contact creation. Records will only be created for contacts who receive email from your workspace members or appear in their calendar events, preventing spam from polluting your Attio workspace. If you choose none, no records will automatically be created, but email and calendar events with the records created will still be associated. If you want, you can choose all contacts. It means the records will be created for all contacts who appear in the emails and calendar events of your workspace members. You can turn on or turn off automatic creation of company records. Company records will be automatically created based on the domain. A task is work that needs doing with an owner and a due date. You can create a task in either way. You can open a record or you can add a task from the main page. So the first one is creating a task from the main page. Go to Tasks and click on Plus New Task. Here, you can write a task. Use the @ symbol to mention the user you want to assign to this task. Another way you can use @ symbol to assign the record that you want to assign this task to. Another way, you can write down your task and click on the Add Record button, and here you can write the name. For example, George, and you can write the company or the deal. You can create a task for any custom object, any default object in your record that you want to create too. And the last one is to set up a due date. Click on the calendar symbol and set up a day that you want to create this task. If you want to create a task in bulk, just switch on this toggle and it will allow you to create more tasks. So, goes to the people and let's create a task for this person. We open the record, go to the Task tab, click on New Task, and this record is automatically assigned to the task. Tasks are how you move, work forward without losing it. A deal stalled waiting for legal, task for the account executive to chase due Friday. A new lead came in, task to an SDR to qualify by tomorrow. Done means done. Open means still on someone's plate. If you have connected Attio call recording tool, calls land on the record the same way emails do. We are on Open People Record, and if we navigate to the Calls tab, you can see your recent calls with this person. I don't have the calls with this person, but you will see it here. Each call shows up in the timeline with the recording, the transcript, and the short AI summary. You can scroll the transcript, jump to a moment in the audio, and read the summary without listening to the whole call. This is the part most teams underuse. Discover that a call from 3 months ago is a searchable text on the deal. Open the record to read the transcript and you're caught up in 2 minutes. In addition, you can create the templates, and in the following videos, we can discover how to use them. You can create a template, create a workflow that will create a call summary and add it to the notes on the record after your call is done, and you will get a full template-based summary that you want to see. That's the activity layer. Notes for context, emails for the conversation, tasks for what's next, calls for what was said. In the next video, we cover reporting, how to turn the work in your records into numbers you can act on. We're Craftt, and we help teams turn Attio into something they actually use. Link in the description to book a free audit.